The Eurocopter AS350 Écureuil is a single-engine light helicopter originally designed and manufactured in France by Aérospatiale In North America. The AS350 is marketed as the AStar. The AS355 Ecureuil II is a twin-engine variant marketed in North America as the TwinStar. The Eurocopter EC130 is a derivative of the AS350 airframe and is considered by the manufacturer to be part of the Ecureuil single-engine family. Development. In the early 1970s, Aérospatiale decided to initiate a new development program to produce a suitable replacement for the aging Aérospatiale Alouette II, while the Aérospatiale Gazelle, which had been developed in the 1960s and 1970s, had been met with numerous orders by military customers. Commercial sales of the type had been less than anticipated, thus the need for a new civil-orientated development was identified. The development of the new rotorcraft, which was headed by Chief Engineer René Mouille, was focused on the production of an economic and cost-effective aerial vehicle. Thus both Aérospatiale's production and procurement departments were heavily involved in the design process. One such measure was the use of a rolled sheet structure, a manufacturing technique adapted from the automotive industry. Another innovation was the newly developed Starflex main rotor. It was also decided that both civil and military variants of the emergent helicopter would be developed to conform with established military requirements. On the 27th of June 1974, the first prototype, an AS350C powered by a Lycoming LTS-101 turboshaft engine, conducted its maiden flight at Marignane, France. The second prototype, powered by a turbomeca Ariel 1, following on the 14th of February 1975. The Ariel-powered version, the AS350B, intended for sale throughout the world except for North America, was certified in France on the 27th of October 1977, while the Lycoming-powered AS350C was certified by the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration on the 21st of December 1977. In March 1978, deliveries to customers began for the AS350B. Deliveries of the AS350C began in April 1978. Over time, the AS350 Écureuil AStar has received further development, while the aircraft's design remains broadly similar. Various aspects and systems such as the rotor system, power plants, and avionics have been progressively improved. On the 6th of February 1987, a prototype AS350B2 flew with a fenestron tail rotor in the place of its normal conventional counterpart. On the 1st of March 1997, the first AS350B3, equipped with an Ariel 2B engine, performed its first flight. Various conversion programs and add-ons for AS350s have been produced and are offered by multiple third-party, aftermarket aerospace firms in addition to those available directly from the type's prime manufacturer. New variants of the Ariel-powered AS350B, the AS350B1, AS350B2, and AS350B3, were progressively introduced, the later B3 differing from preceding models by the increasing use of digital systems, such as the Garmin-built G500H avionics suite and FADEC engine control system. Prior to 2013, the type had been manufactured principally at Eurocopter's Marignane facility, near Marseille, France. Eurocopter opted to, as part of a move to disperse its helicopter production activities, begin the AS350 production and final assembly activities at its factory in Columbus, Mississippi for deliveries to U.S. commercial helicopter market. The AStar has been Eurocopter's biggest-selling product in the U.S. commercial market, at one point selling roughly one AS350 every business day. In March 2015, the first Columbus-assembled AS350 B3E received its FAA certification. In December 2015, Airbus Helicopters reported their intention to double the rate of AS350 production at Columbus, Indiana 2016 over the previous year, and that the facility is capable of producing up to 65 AS350s per year. Design: the AS350 is a single-engine helicopter powered either by a Lycoming LTS-101, a turbomecha aerial power plant that drives a three-blade main rotor, which is furnished with a Starflex rotor head. The type is well known for its high-altitude performance and has seen frequent use by operators in such environments. Both the main and tail rotors make use of composite material and are deliberately designed to minimize corrosion and maintenance requirements. The AS350 was also developed to comply with the stringent noise requirements in place in locations such as national parks. The in-cabin noise levels are such that passengers may also readily converse during flight. The aircraft can also be quickly started up and shut down, which is often useful during emergency medical services roles. It is equipped with hydraulically assisted flight controls. These controls remain operational, albeit operated with greater physical difficulty, in the event of a hydraulic failure. Much of the AS350's avionics are provided by Garmin, such as the G106A course deviation indicator, GNS 430 VHF VOR localizer, glider slope indicator, global positioning system receiver, GTX 327 mode ANC transponder, and GMA 340H intercom. The vehicle and engine multifunction display and the first limit indicator both serve to increase the aircraft's safety during flight, reducing the number of gauges that need to be monitored by the pilot and thereby reducing the workload. For increased smoothness in flight, which positively affects passenger comfort as well as safety, stability augmentation systems can be installed. Later production aircraft feature new avionics and systems such as the integration of an automatic flight control system and autopilot, a glass cockpit featuring 3 liquid crystal displays, and digital avionics, such as the synthetic vision terrain mapping system and Airbus's multi-block center console upon which various radios may be mounted. The AS350 has proven popular in a wide range of roles. As such, multiple cabin configurations can be used, between 4 and 6 passengers in a typical seating configuration, and large sliding doors can be fitted to either side of the cabin. In some operators' fleets, the furnishings of the cabin has been designed to enable the internal space and/or equipment fit out to be rapidly reconfigured to enable aircraft to be switched between diverse operational roles. Public service operators, such as those in law enforcement, often have forward-looking infrared cameras and other mission systems installed on their aircraft. Other optional equipment on offer to operators had included real-time data links, rescue hoists, underslung cargo hooks, electrical external mirrors, searchlights, tactical consoles, night vision goggle compatibility, moving map system, internal cabin tie-downs, second battery kit, sand filters, wire strike protection system, 4-channel radio, tail rotor, arched cabin floor windows, and removable seats. Modern aircraft have various refinements beyond those featuring on older models. These changes include dual-channel FADEC-equipped engines, increasing use of digital avionics in the cockpit, decreased maintenance costs, a redesigned cabin, and a comfortable stylish interior. Older aircraft often undergo refurbishment programs to install aftermarket features, or for the addition of functionality common to newer production aircraft, such as retrofitting of the glass cockpit. Operational history. On 14 May 2005, an AS350 piloted by Eurocopter test pilot Didier Delsol touched down on the top of Mount Everest, at 8,848 meters. This record has been confirmed by the Fédération Aéronautique Internationale. On 29 April 2010, a stripped-down AS350 rescued 3 Spanish alpinists one at a time from the slopes of Annapurna, Nepal at an altitude of 6,900 meters. This set a new record for the highest such rescue. The record was increased to 7,800 meters. During the rescue of Sudarshan Gautam between Camps 3 and Amp IV in Everest's Yellow Band on the morning of 20 May 2013. On 2 June 2014, an AS350 broke a national record in Mexico by successfully landing on the peak of Pico de Orizaba, the nation's tallest mountain. The AS350 AStar has been successful in the U.S. market, having become the most popular helicopter platform in use with individual American governmental agencies, law enforcement being a typical use of the type by 2015. By 1999, the AS350 had become the prime helicopter being used by the United States Customs Service for light enforcement operations. By 2007, the agency had become the single largest operator of the type in the world. By 2012, out of the 3,300 AS350s in operation across the world, 783 of them were in service with American-based operators. In the Russian market since 2006, the AS350 and other helicopters built by the manufacturer have been sold and supported by wholly owned subsidiary Eurocopter Vostok Uter Aviation, soon emerged as the largest Russian operator of the AS350 B3E with a fleet of at least 20 of the type. In December 2014, EASA validation was issued for Airbus Helicopters China to conduct training and support activity at the facility in Shenzhen, China. Various components of the AS350 are now maintained locally. On 9 September 2015, China's first helicopter leasing company, CM International Financial Leasing Corp. Limited, placed an order for 100 Ecureuil series helicopters. These are to be a mix of H-125 and H-130 helicopters. Brazil has been an extensive operator of the AS350. By 2011, more than 300 helicopters were operating in the country in various conditions and roles, including from the flight deck of the Brazilian aircraft carrier São Paulo. Since 1984, the Brazilian Navy has used AS350s to support the Brazilian Antarctic program. Helibris, a wholly owned subsidiary of Eurocopter, operates in the country. Of the 600 helicopters it had domestically manufactured for the Brazilian market by 2012, 70% were AS350s. In January 2011, Helibris signed a contract with the Brazilian Army to substantially upgrade and refurbish their existing fleet of 36 AS350 Ecureuils. In the United Kingdom, the Defence Helicopter Flying School has operated 26 AS350, designated Squirrel HT1, for the training of pilots of Britain's armed forces. The type was progressively introduced from 1997 onwards as a replacement for the Aerospatiale Gazelle. In September 2014, The UK's Ministry of Defence issued a request for proposals to replace the Squirrel HT-1 Airbus helicopters has already announced its intention to offer a mixed fleet of Eurocopter EC130s and Eurocopter EC135s in response. Since May 1984, the Royal Australian Navy's Fleet Air Arm has operated a fleet of AS350s. These were upgraded to the AS350 standard in 1995. The Royal Australian Air Force had previously operated the AS350 for training purposes, and briefly for search and rescue missions, but these were later transferred to the Australian Army. Between June 2007 and December 2007, the Danish Air Force operated a deployment of 4 AS350 helicopters at Basra International Airport, Iraq, to perform liaison and reconnaissance missions in support of coalition forces during the Iraq War. In June 2015, the Argentine Defense Ministry ordered 12 H-125s to replace the 1970s-era Aerospatiale AS315B Llamas for para-public support missions, such as search and rescue operations inside Argentina. Variants. Prototype AS350 firefighting version. AS350B powered by one turbomeca Ariel 1B engine. Improved version of the original AS350B, which is powered by one Ariel 1D engine. Type also fitted with AS355 main rotor blades. AS355 tail rotor with tabs and a tail rotor servo. Higher gross weight version powered by one Ariel 1D1 engine over the B1 version with aerodynamic strake fitted to tail boom along the starboard side and angled engine exhaust duct for better yaw control. High-performance version is powered by an Ariel 2B engine equipped with a single-channel digital engine control unit with a mechanical backup system. This helicopter is the first ever to land on the summit of Mount Everest. AS350B3 2B1 variant introduces enhanced engine with dual-channel full-authority digital engine control, dual hydraulics and a 2,370 kg maximum takeoff weight. AS350B3E equipped with the Ariel 2D engine. AS350BA, powered by Ariel 1B engine and fitted with wider chord AS355 main rotor blades and tail rotor servo. AS350BB, AS350B2 variant selected to meet rotary wing training needs of UK Mod, through its Defence Helicopter Flying School in 1996. Powered by a derated Ariel 1D1 engine to improve the helicopter's life cycle. Eurocopter Squirrel HT. Designation of AS350BB in operation with British military, through the Defence Helicopter Flying School as a training helicopter. Eurocopter Squirrel HT. Designation of AS350BB in operation with British Army Air Corps as a training helicopter, based at Middle Wallop. AS350C, initial variant of Lycoming LTS 101-600A2 powered version developed for the North American market as the AStar. Quickly superseded by AS350D. AS350D powered by one Lycoming LTS 101 engine for the North American market as the AStar. At one stage marketed as AStar Mark III, military derivative of AS350B1, powered by a 510 kW turbo-mega Ariel 1D turboshaft engine. Superseded by AS350L2, military derivative of AS350B2, powered by a 546 kW turbo-mega Ariel 1D1 turboshaft engine. Designation superseded by AS550C2. HB350B Écureuil, unarmed military version for the Brazilian Air Force. Brazilian designations CH-50 and TH-50. Built under license by Helibras in Brazil. HB350B1 Écureuil, an armed military version for the Brazilian Navy. Brazilian designation UH-12. Built under license by Helibras in Brazil. Armed military version for the Brazilian Army. Brazilian designation HA-1. Built under license by Helibras in Brazil. Aftermarket conversions Écureuil SD1 Super D AS350BA powered by an LTS-101-600A3A engine. Écureuil All-Star AS350BA powered by a Rolls-Royce 250C30 engine. AS350B2 powered by an LTS-101-700D2 engine. AS350BA powered by an LTS-101-600A3A engine. AS350BA or AS350B2 powered by an LTS-101-700D2 engine. OTEC AS350BA plus AS350BA powered by an LTS-101-600A3A engine. Operators. The AS350 is in service around the world, operated by private individuals, airline and charter operators, emergency medical teams, governments and law enforcement agencies. Military and government operators: Argentina, Argentine National Gendarmerie, Buenos Aires Province Police, Australia, Royal Australian Navy, Bhutan, Royal Bhutan Helicopter Services Limited, Bolivia, Bolivian Air Force, Botswana, Botswana Defence Force Air Wing, Brazil, Brazilian Air Force, Brazilian Navy, Military Police of São Paulo State, Military Police of Minas Gerais State, Cambodia, Royal Cambodian Air Force, Canada, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, Central African Republic, Central African Republic Air Force, Chile, Chilean Army, France, National Gendarmerie, Gabon, Gabonese Air Force, Guinea, Guinea Air Force, Hungary, Hungarian Air Force, Iceland, Icelandic Coast Guard, Jordan, Royal Jordanian Air Force, Malawi, Malawi Army Air Wing, Namibia, Namibian Police Force, Nepal, Nepalese Army Air Service, Paraguay, Paraguayan Air Force, Paraguayan Naval Aviation, Philippines, Philippine National Police, Russia, Russian Air Force, Uzbekistan, Uzbekistan Air and Air Defense Forces, South Africa, South African Police Service, United Kingdom Defense Helicopter Flying School, United States Baltimore County Police Department, California Highway Patrol, Customs and Border Protection, Los Angeles Police Department, Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, Oklahoma City Police Department. Notable accidents and incidents. On 14 December 2004, an AS-350B3 medical transport helicopter operated by Aerovac of Arizona crashed on final approach while attempting to land on an emergency scene in Apache Junction, Arizona. Flight medic Doreen Renee Johnson, 26, was killed on impact. The pilot Susanna Corkleys and flight nurse Kelly Foster Stopka sustained serious but non-life-threatening injuries. On 27 July 2007, two AS-350s collided in mid-air while reporting a police pursuit. The two helicopters were part of KNX-VTV and KTVK television stations in Phoenix, Arizona. 4 crew members were killed in this accident. On the 15th of September 2007, a former World Rally Championship driver Colin McRae and 3 passengers were killed when his AS350 B2 Squirrel, which he was piloting, crashed near Lanark, Scotland. On the 8th of August 2009, a Piper PA-32R collided with an AS350 over the Hudson River, with both aircraft crashing into the Hudson River. There were no survivors from the crash. On the 29th of April 2011, a Pwan Hans AS350 B3 helicopter carrying Dorji Kandus, the Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, and 4 other people, went missing. It was traced 4 days later near Lobthang. All 5 people were found dead. On the 10th of June 2012, an AS350 B3E belonging to the Kenya Police Air Wing crashed in Kibiku area in Nome Forest, west of Nairobi, Kenya, killing at least 6 people, including Kenya's Interior Security Minister George Saitoti and his deputy Owa Oyod. On the 31st of March 2013, an AS350 B3 AStar belonging to the Alaska State Troopers crashed near Talkeetna, Alaska, killing all 3 aboard. The helicopter was on a rescue mission to recover an injured snowmobile. The crash also claimed the life of an Alaska State Trooper. On the 22nd of October 2013, an AS-350 B-3 medical transport helicopter operated by Memphis, Tennessee-based Hospital Wing crashed near Somerville, Tennessee, while en route to Bolivar, Tennessee. 3 personnel on board were killed in the accident. On the 18th of March 2014, an AS-350 B-2 owned by Helicopters Inc., and being used as a temporary replacement by Como TV and King TV in Seattle, Washington, crashed across the street from the Fisher Plaza while attempting to take off from the rooftop of the studios of Como. The 2 people on board, pilot Gary Fitzner and photographer Bill Strothman, were killed. The sole occupant of a passenger car onto which the helicopter fell was severely burned and taken to Harbor View Medical Center. 2 additional vehicles caught fire from the burning fuel, but the drivers escaped injury, according to eyewitnesses and security camera recordings. The helicopter yawed 360 degrees and pitched down while attempting to lift off the helipad. On the 7th of June 2014, a Heliobras HB350BA crashed after takeoff in Aruana, Goiás State, Brazil. All on board died, including retired soccer player Fernandao. On the 9th of March 2015, 2 AS-350 B-3 collided mid-air in La Rioja province, Argentina, killing all 10 people on board both aircraft. The passengers, including a number of French athletes, were participants in the filming of French reality television program Dropped. On the 2nd of June 2015, a mountain helicopter crashed in a forest in Yamuna village of Sindhu Palchok district, Nepal, killing at least 5 people. The helicopter had flown to Sindhu Palchok to distribute relief materials to earthquake victims. On the 18th of November 2015, an AS-350 crashed at McClellan Palomar Airport southeast of Carlsbad in San Diego County, California, killing the pilot and 1 passenger. On the 21st of November 2015, a New Zealand Alpine Adventures helicopter crashed into a crevasse on Fox Glacier, New Zealand, killing all 7 people on board. On the 23rd of November 2015, an AS-350 B-3 helicopter owned by Himalayan Heli Services registered VTJKB crashed after takeoff at Katra, Jammu and Kashmir in India, killing 7 people including 6 Vaishno Devi pilgrims and the pilot. On the 5th of May 2016, an AS-350 B-3 helicopter with registration RPC 6000 1828 crashed on the island of Borneo, Malaysia shortly after takeoff from Betong. The passengers were 3 Malaysian officials, the husband of a minister and 1 bodyguard. No survivors are found as of 6 May. On July 15, 2016, an AS350 made a crash landing in Gilgit, Pakistan. No one got injured, however. The helicopter received a minor damage. All 7 on board, including a newborn, 5 adults and captain, died in a fishtail air helicopter crash in Madanpur of New Wakit district of central Nepal on August 8, 2016. On March 26, 2016, an AS350B2 medical transport helicopter operated by Haynes Life Flight in Wetumpka, Alabama, crashed after picking up a critical patient from a car accident in a swampy wooded area near Enterprise Tal. All 3 crew and 1 patient were killed in the accident. Specifications. General characteristics: crew 1, capacity 5, length 10.93 meters, rotor diameter 10.7 meters, height 3.14 meters, disk area 89.75 square meters, empty weight 1,174 kilograms, max takeoff weight 2,250 kilograms, power plant 1 times turbomeca Ariel 2B turboshaft 632 kilowatts. Performance never exceeds speed 287 kilometers per hour. Cruise speed 245 km per hour, range 662 km, endurance 4.1 hours, service ceiling 4,600 meters, rate of climb 8.5 meters per second, avionics vehicle and engine monitoring display with first limit indicator fitted as standard. 4, 5 and AMP 6 passengers options available. The 6-passenger configuration is a relatively uncommon high-density seating option that replaces 1 front seat with a 2-person bench and relocates the pilot to the left side of the cockpit.